Exerts and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night depending on when you're watching this. Alright, before we get into anything, I would truly appreciate it if you would drop a like on this video. It really helps out the channel. If you guys are new around here, consider unsubscribing and hitting the bell so you guys get notified every single time I upload. Alright, let's not waste any more time and let's get into this video. Okay, let's get into this. Everything that will be in this video is coming to Minecraft. This will be coming out today. It's called Spring to Life Update, the first drop dropping this year. Which, if you don't know, drop is pretty much an update. Alright, moving on to the first mob or mobs in this update. We have two cow variants. So the first one is Cold Cow, inspired by a Highland cattle. Introducing the Warm Cow variant. Now, the developers didn't say what inspired them to make the Warm Cow look how it is, so I can't really say, but this is what the Warm Cow looks like. Moving on to the next two mobs. So we have two pig variants. Hot Climate Pig, inspired by Red River Hog. Introducing the Cold Climate Pig. Now, the developers, again, didn't specify what motivated them or inspired them to make the Cold Climate Pig, so I can't really say, but this is what the Cold Climate Pig looks like. Moving on to the next two mobs that's coming out in this update, two chicken variants. We have two chicken variants. So we have Cold or Cool Chicken, inspired by Polish chickens. Moving on to the next chicken, it's called Warm Chicken. Devs didn't say what it was inspired by. Also, I forgot to mention that the Cold or Cool Chicken as well as the Warm Chicken have its own unique egg. It does exactly the same as the normal egg for the regular chicken, it just looks different. Alright, moving on to the first block in this update called Firefly Bush. Fireflies are this particle effect that are attached to the bush. You can pick them up and place them anywhere you want in the world. The fireflies are active at night, but they will disappear during the day. Moving on to the next feature in today's update, leaves. Leaves are a particle effect that falls from the leaf block. They will match the color of the leaf block. Alright, so let's say if you go to a specific biome and you are looking at a tree that's in that biome, it will match the tree leaves, obviously, the tree block leaves, or whatever you want to call it. The particles that are falling from the tree are going to match it. Now, if you grab the saplings and you put it into a different biome that it wasn't originally from, and you know how the leaves change when you put a tree in a different biome, well, same thing happens here. The particles will change as well. Alright, moving on to the next item in today's update. It's called the leaf litter. When leaves fall from the block over time, will create the leaf litter. Leaf litter, in other words, is pile of leaves. You can collect it and place it anywhere you so choose to do so. It also is a fuel source. Moving on to the next item in this update, wildflowers. Wildflowers generate naturally in birch forest, old grown birch forest and meadows. Similar to the pink petals, there are 4 stages on one block. Putting down one flower will take up one corner of the block. Put down another takes up half of the block, etc., until the block is filled up. Wildflowers turn into yellow dye. It's compostable. Bees can pollinate from the flower. Alright, next item coming out in this update is called cactus flower. It's a pink flower that grows off of cactuses. It can be turned into pink dye. Cactus flower can be composted. Also, it's a decorative block. Alright, moving on to a major change that is happening in this update. Revamped spawn eggs. Each spawn egg will have a likeness to the actual mob, which will make it easier for creative players finding the mob they want. Alright, moving on to the next major change that's coming out in this update. It's about lodestones. There's a new recipe for the lodestones. Instead of using netherite, it will use iron, which will make it easier to craft. Alright, moving on to the next major change and additional content coming to this update. New sounds for pre-existing content and new content. The desert, firefly bush, leaf litter, wolves, iron doors, trap doors, pressure plates, iron blocks. Okay, so I know what's happening to obviously the firefly bush and the leaf litter. They're new items, so everything that the sounds that they produce is going to be new. I do know about the desert. We're about to get into that, but I'm not 100% sure the changes with the wolves. That's something that you're going to have to discover yourself. The iron related blocks, it just sounds differently. You're going to have to discover that for yourself as well. When you're like placing down the blocks, breaking the blocks, etc., it sounds slightly different. Alright, so moving on, block sounds. This is, it kind of ties into the desert, just so you know. Certain blocks will have specific sounds attached to them. If the player gets rid of the blocks, the sound goes away. If the player places the blocks in a different location, the sound will appear. For example, the sand block will have a sand sound and a wind sound. Get rid of the sand, you won't hear the sounds anymore. Then put the same blocks in a cold biome, you will start to hear sand and wind sounds. Bring to Life is the first game drop of the year, coming to all platforms today, exactly, March 25th. So make sure that you update your game and check out this amazing new drop. Let me know what you guys think about this update or drop down below in the comments. Alright, that's everything that's coming out in Spring to Life update. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you are new around here, consider unsubscribing and also hit the bell so you guys get notified every single time I upload. Also, comment down below if you made it this far in the video. I now have to rake leaves in Minecraft, so I know that you've made it this far in the video. Also, check out my other social medias in the link down below. Also, in the description of my YouTube channel. And that's everything that I want to talk about or go over in today's video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next video. And we are glowing.